Welcome back and Happy New Year to all of our mentors and new teachers in Waco ISD. We're excited that you have embarked upon this second semester, and this is our kickoff video and online presentation for the Waco ISD Succeed Teacher Mentoring Program. So in our presentation, we're just going to have a little fun talking New Year's resolutions. We'll go over Google Classroom, including the assignment overview spreadsheet, and what to do when Google Classroom is telling you assignments are marked missing. We'll talk about the final assignments of the program, and then we'll spend some time on reflections, goals, and growth, and helping give you a little bit of information regarding Eduphoria and tracking evidence and growth. So it's that time of year of New Year's resolutions. We hope you're able to take the holiday break and come back rested and resolute with new ideas and new plans for the second semester, and full of the energy needed to make it through the second semester. New teachers will see that this semester moves very quickly. Veteran teachers understand that as we get closer and closer to the testing season, things begin to change a little bit on campus, and they're going to be here to support you in that time. So these are just some funny resolutions that I found to share with you. So what we want to make sure as you are going through the start of the second semester is you want to touch base in your Google Classroom. There's not a lot of assignments that are going to be due in this second semester, as you'll see. But again, we just want to make sure that you check in every once in a while for communication and that you have those notifications on. Of course, if you found this video, you found it in your Google Classroom, so you've checked on those pieces. And one of the big pieces that we want you to check on for mentors and for new teachers is the assignment completion or the assignment overview sheet. So when you're on Google Classroom, you'll see that it's still located well below the others in the stream because it was posted early in the year. So if you scroll down and you find the observation or assignment overview sheet, this is in the mentor classroom. That same posting is built in the new teacher classroom, and you can see Google Classroom has a bit of a different look now. But what you can do is if you click on the assignment overview, you'll see that there is a worksheet for mentor teachers and a worksheet for new teachers. And again, it's important to go in here because this is the final calculations of the percent of work that is completed. So as a mentor teacher, if you're concerned with assignments being submitted that will impact your stipend at the end of the year, this is where you would see that final submission. Google Classroom may show that an assignment was not submitted, but the spreadsheet may show otherwise. The spreadsheet is the final word. And so what you really want to check on as a mentor teacher is, one, that your new teacher or new teachers are listed here in the spreadsheet. That's what will cause the calculations to take place. If you do not have your new teacher listed next to your name, then if you can send me an email, we'll get them added, and that will begin your calculations here. You can go in and you can see how many assignments have been submitted on time, if there were assignments submitted late or assignments submitted past the late date that you received no credit for. If you have any questions on those, just contact me. And what you can see to the right, you'll see the assignment that were provided along with the submission date. And so some of these, if the submission was on the actual due date, for some reason it wants to show up late, I can adjust that. Just again, shoot me a quick email and I'll make that correction. But you'll want to go through and see which assignments were submitted, which ones were showing up as not submitted, and if there's any discrepancies, please just let me know. You can see we had the middle of year survey, and what you'll have coming up, we'll talk about is observation 3 will be the last date. And I'll also go ahead and update some of the meeting information as well if there's anything that's showing up missing there. Once you complete this online presentation and sign in, you'll see that that shows up here, and we have our final meeting date at the end of the year as well. New teachers, you just click on your worksheet and you can again see the percent of your work that's completed, the on time, late, no credit, and then your meetings as well. All of that information, if you scroll to the right, will show you submissions and submission dates. If you see any discrepancies there, please again let me know and I will get that taken care of. If you have not submitted assignment 1 as a new teacher, you will not show up on this list. So again, it says up here, if you've not completed assignment 1 by getting to know you, if you submit that, it will bring you up on the worksheet and then I can fill in the information regarding your mentor teacher. So again, as you have time, make sure that that information is accurate. And again, the spreadsheet is the final word on the completion, not those notifications that come out of Google Classroom based on an assignment being marked as completed. So again, that kind of goes through Google Classroom. If they are showing up, or you're receiving notifications from Google Classroom that an assignment was late, that you know was submitted based on the spreadsheet, you can choose to ignore it, or you can go in and turn off the notifications on Google Classroom to prevent you from receiving those notifications as well. The final assignments for the second semester. As a mentor teacher, all you have remaining is Observation 3. Again, the mentors are the only ones completing the observation. The new teachers do not have to complete an observation in the second semester of their mentors or a different classroom. This one's due on February the 8th. For new teachers, the only assignment you'll have left comes at the end of the year in the survey. We'll talk about this more in our next face-to-face meeting. But on this, just again, be completely honest and open. We use all of this information to make adjustments to our program to be more supportive to our new teachers, so your feedback is greatly appreciated. Final mentor and new teacher meetings are listed here. Mentors will all come together on the 23rd of May. And you'll see that that meeting also includes the new teachers, so it's a final celebration of both mentors and new teachers together, celebrating the year. We've yet to determine that location, but we'll share that information as soon as we have it. As new teachers, we have one more face-to-face session for elementary. This is at the Lake Air Cafeteria on the 5th of February from 4 to 5. Secondary at the UHS dining facility. This is the facility right off the PAC from 4:30 to 5:30. We'll have HR there represented, and they'll be delivering information regarding contract renewals. And we'll also be talking instructional strategies as we move into this testing season. So it's a great face-to-face session for collaboration with really good information from HR, so we hope to see you all there. Let everybody take a moment to go ahead and sign in. If you use this bit.ly, it's going to take you to a Google form. Just enter your full employee ID number, and that'll be your sign-in for this session. And now let's talk a little bit about reflections and goals. So we've given you just kind of a basic overview of the program for the second semester. But what you should be focusing on as mentors and as new teachers is really looking back at your areas of refinement and your reflection assignment, assignment 3, where you targeted some areas of growth. And the second semester should be spent collecting evidence towards those growth goals. And so what I want to do is make sure you understand where you can find these areas of refinement and how you can support the new teachers as mentors, and mentors how you can complete your own evidence and upload of information into Eduphoria as well throughout this second semester. The goal being, we don't want you to get caught at the end of the school year trying to collect evidence that you could have kept up with throughout the second semester, and it becomes a lot less burdensome. So this is a great time to go in to your Eduphoria account. And what I'll do is I'll just take you back and show you the home page. So here, once you log into Eduphoria and you go into Strive, you can see that it pulls up your personal view that contains all of your evaluation information, but also the Goals tab and then Professional Development tab. So if you want to go in and review your goals from the beginning of the year, what you should see is professional goals. You probably have 2 or 3 of these. And then you should also see a student growth goal. And this was the student learning objective goal set as a grade level team. It's a great time to go in and kind of reflect and review on what the goal was set as, what your action steps are to see if you have any action steps that you need to follow up on, but also to begin collecting evidence. So the Eduphoria platform allows you to collect and add that evidence to your goals directly into the platform. This is great because it does a time and date stamp of your evidence. It also allows your appraiser to see that evidence, which can help drive that conversation as you get to your summative evaluation at the end of the year. So you have proof of the work you've done towards achieving your professional goals. and also we'll talk about the student growth goals. So to add evidence, all you have to do is click the Add Evidence option. You can see you can add simple text evidence. You can also link or do file uploads here, and you can see that this platform also ties to professional development. So any professional development that you do that ties to the specific tag of the standard or dimension aligned to your professional growth goal based on the T-TEST rubric will also be collected within this platform as evidence towards achieving your goal. So again, it pulls it all together very nicely, helps drive the conversation with your appraiser during the summative evaluation. But begin thinking about collecting that evidence as you move towards the end of the year, and this is a great time to stop and do that as both mentors and new teachers to make sure you have some of that evidence moving forward. You can also see on the Goals tab the student growth goal. Again, this is based on the student learning objective, and so the growth goals were entered, and I'll show you back to the student learning objective document as well. But here you can also add additional evidence, and you can see again it has the option for text, upload, or link, and so anything you want to upload as evidence towards student growth you can upload there as well. Under your Evaluations tab, this is where you're going to find all of the goal setting professional development document. If you go back and remember that piece, at the end of the year you'll talk about, you'll provide a reflection on your progress towards or your attainment of the goals set at the beginning of the year for professional growth. So that form is still there. You'll also have your formal observation form as well as your student learning objective form. So remember the student learning objective form where you identified the focus of your SLO, which was what was built in as the student growth goal. But here you'll come back and you've probably done your evaluation of where your students lay on your first initial skill profile, and you probably also have placed your students on the targeted skill profile as well. If not, this is a great time to go in and catch up and get your targeted skill profile created. If you don't know the process there, you'll want to speak with your appraiser, and they can help you in understanding how to develop the targeted skill profile. That should be something that you're doing with your grade level team or have done with your grade level team, and that information was entered here as well. You can see at the end of the year you'll come back again and talk about how you work towards achieving the student growth goal and what sort of plans you put in place and how you monitor that progress. So you'll come back and do step 4 as you approach your end of year summative conference as well. But when we talk about the areas of refinement, what we're talking about is information that you receive from your formal observation that comes in the post-conference form. I don't have one here to show you, but if you are in your Strive platform and you open your post-conference form, your appraiser should have provided you with an area of refinement. That area of refinement is like an additional goal to work on over the course of the second semester. Mentors and new teachers, this is a great thing to sit down and share with one another. New teachers, have your mentor assist you in growing towards that area of refinement and helping you to collect evidence to support your growth in that area of refinement. And again, any of that evidence you can provide here in the Eduphoria platform to have for your end of year conference. So you can see here the end of year conference form, once that's added, will be in place. And if you do have a coaching plan, that form is in here as well. The other thing you can do, it's a great time to check up on your professional development portfolio. You can view your portfolio now directly in Strive. You don't have to go into the workshop application. So you can look at your history, your certifications in here. You can also update your portfolio. So if you need to add additional entries for professional learning, perhaps you attended trainings outside of the district, maybe a Region 12 or a conference. If you go in and you add a new portfolio entry, you can actually go in and request credit be tracked in Eduphoria in this manner. So if you add an outside workshop, all you do is you add the title, description, and date. You add the requested hours, and you always match the hours of CPE. If you have a certificate of completion from the conference or the training, it should tell you how many hours it aligns. You place that number here. If it's a GT course, you can request those GT hours online. That goes to the Office of Advanced Academics to approve. And then once you've made your request, if you want to associate any of your goals, and then you upload a certificate of completion. So this is required to receive credit online, is you want to make sure that you have your certificate of completion. So if it was an in-service from Region 12, you can download that from Region 12. You'll want to upload that file here. Without the uploaded file, we can't approve the portfolio entry until we have, again, that official certificate of completion. If you need to, take a picture on your phone, scan it in on your desktop, whatever you need to upload that file. It can be in any format, such as a PDF, PNG, JPEG, whatever is needed to get that uploaded. Once you have a file uploaded of your certificate of completion, you hit finish. Then your request is submitted, and then once it's approved, it will be added to your official portfolio with the hours, so you can have that for tracking, and also, again, in your summative evaluation, you can have that in place as supportive evidence towards your growth. So if you ever have any questions regarding Eduphoria, you're more than welcome to contact me in the Office of Professional Development, or you can also contact Adam Benton, who oversees the Eduphoria platform, who can help you navigate the platform or with any additional questions you may have regarding Eduphoria. So once you've had conversations and targeted a plan for supporting the areas of refinement, there's also some sheets on how you can view the appraisal data. I've added these in the folder that will be connected to this assignment within the Google Classroom, so you can access these two forms about how to view your appraisal data or how to add additional goal evidence if I ran through that too quickly in the video. You also want to stop and look at your student growth tracking. So the student learning objective, we had student growth tracking. So a lot of you have completed a worksheet like this. This is a template provided by TEA that helps you to track your specific class of students or group of students that you're working with on the student learning objective. So if you have not seen this sheet, you can download this in that same folder provided within the class assignment of this video. You can add your students' names on here, and what you see is it had that initial skill profile where you set your initial student skill profile as a drop-down menu of those lists, and then you set a goal, and it also has places to do progress monitoring. So this is a great time to stop and do a check towards the student's progress towards the goal. You could check progress through some sort of formal assessment or any type of informal check you may have in the classroom. But it's a good time to really have that conversation with your grade level team on refocusing on what was set as your SLO and your focus objective, and how you're going to progress monitor that through this second semester, because at the end of the year, ultimately, you'll determine where the students fall on that targeted skill profile and if they met the level of growth that you had anticipated or not. So it's a great time, again, to go back and review this with your grade level team, and that resource will be there for you in the folder. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact either myself, secondary, also Jeremy Kidd as an instructional coach, but he's there for you at elementary as well. If you ever need anything in the classroom, any support, shoot us an email, give us a call, and we will do everything we can to make sure that this first year continues to be a success in Waco ISD. Again, Happy New Year, welcome back, and we thank you for all you do for the students of Waco ISD.